Alright guys, today I want to talk about my newest purchase, my 2018 Wright ZK with the 72-inch deck and the dual wheel option. So before I get started on talking about my Wright mower here, I wanted to talk about the fact that I have not been paid to do this. I have not been sponsored. I got no special favors from Wright Manufacturing or Ed Wright himself, and this was a mower that I bought with my money. No special help from anybody else, so my opinions are my own. So this machine does have a 37 horse of Vanguard EFI. It's got plenty of power, and it goes right up these banks like no problem, come back down. Honestly, it actually makes mowing kind of fun because you got this big old mower here, you got the dual wheels, and it's fun to ride. So okay, so with some of the properties that I picked up this year, it's a lot of bigger properties. It's something that we've never really done before, and it's a lot of wide open mowing. It's a lot of hills and just a lot of different stuff that you gotta take care of. And I wanted something that was big. I wanted something that was fast, rugged, something that cut good, something that could do hills really good, steep banks, all that kind of stuff. I wanted it to be able to jump curbs. So honestly, the first thing that came to my mind was this Wright and the dual wheel option. So I put a video up about a week and a half ago of me demoing this machine, and I looked at all the comments and I looked at everything that everybody was saying because I wanted some outside feedback on whether this machine was good or something else was better or whatever. I wanted to get different points of view before I bought this machine. So a lot of people have talked about the vent track, and the vent track is something I looked into immediately, got some pricing on it, and it's just way out of my budget. You know, the vent track is $25,000, $30,000, and you add an attachment, there's another $3,000 to $5,000. That's just not the kind of money that I wanted to spend on mowing, city properties, some of the stuff that we picked up. It's just not needed. It's too much. It's just downright too much money. I didn't want to spend it. So let's go over some of the factors, some of the things that I absolutely wanted to have whenever I bought this mower. The first thing I wanted a stand-on mower, and I've got a lot of comments saying that I would rather sit down, all that kind of stuff, but for me, doing hills, doing big properties like that with hills and steep banks, I want a stand-on mower. And the reason why is because I want the added safety of knowing that if we start to slide, tip, whatever the case is, that we can just hop off, the operator's gonna be fine, and that's my main concern. So another reason why I wanted a sit-down mower is because we are also responsible for the trash. And there is some trash from time to time. This is it's a highway right off it's the side strip kind of right off the highway. There's a lot of trash. People just chuck whatever. We've actually found some pretty interesting things so far, just mowing a few properties on the highway so far. But anyway, having to get up and down, up, down, and picking up trash all the time, a stander was going to fit our needs a little bit better because you can just hop off, pick up what you needed to do. The last thing I want to do is sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. So the next thing I absolutely had to have was a 72-inch deck or bigger. And 61, 62, anything in that range, I just didn't think was going to be good enough for us. We got to get these properties done in a timely manner, and I just didn't want to be messing around with a small deck. So I wanted something at least 72 inches. Now Hustler does make the 104, which I actually looked at that as well. It is a sit-down mower, which I did not like, but I did like the 104-inch cut. Now what I don't like about the Hustler is it's $25,000. Like I said, that's just more than I wanted to spend. I could actually buy two of these for the price of that. So the next thing I wanted is something that was good on steep banks and hills. Like I said, this is a priority for me. The safety of my guys, it's a priority. I don't want to be responsible for anybody's injury or worse. So obviously the dual wheel option really came into play here, and it's one of the big factors why I bought this machine. It's just the safety, stand-on, what I wanted, had the dual wheel option, and these dual wheels did excellent on the steep hills that we've used so far, and I couldn't be more happy with them. So these dual wheels are a $1,000 option to get them on there, and I thought that was pretty fair. You're getting 4 tires, it's dual wheels, but honestly, it was just a small price to pay for the safety of my guys. Like I keep saying, that was just a #1 priority for me. And the good news is I still got the original wheels as well, which I haven't picked up yet, but I do have the original 12-inch wheels that come with this. These dual wheel options are, they're 4 10-inch wheels. They couldn't do the 12 because then it would stick past farther than the deck. So we got 4 10-inch wheels with an extra hub in between there, and that's how you get the dual wheel option. So obviously another thing that was really important to me was the quality of cut. And I've talked to a lot of people that have Wrights. I kind of did my research, and most everybody said they love the Wrights. They love the way they cut good. And they're built really tough. That was another thing that I really wanted, because you know, these side hills, these properties that we're mowing, they're pretty rugged, they're bumpy, and I wanted something that can handle that. I didn't want something that was going to break down every couple weeks. And honestly, that is still yet to be determined. The one thing that you can't just figure out when you're demoing equipment, unless you get a long-term demo, is the durability of a machine. And this is a pretty new machine from what I understand. They haven't been making these for too long. I'm not really sure, but the durability is something that we're just gonna have to kind of hope it works out and go from there. So honestly guys, I just thought this was the best mower for what I was doing. It's something that was fast, it cuts good, it does good on steep hills and banks, all that kind of stuff. And it didn't break the bank, okay? Trust me, I really would have wanted a Ventrac or even that Hustler 104, but Ventrac wise, I could buy 3 of these compared to the Ventrac. And I could buy 2 of these compared to the Hustler and still have a little bit of money left over. So I just kind of thought this was the better deal for me. And price wise, it just worked out really good. Not too expensive. The machine itself is 10.5, I believe. The 72-inch deck with the regular wheels. The dual wheel option is another $1,000, so it was 11.5. I got 0% financing. Can't beat that. So I decided to pull the trigger and buy it. And honestly, I couldn't be more happy. We've used it for a week and a half now, and I love it. It's an awesome machine, and can't wait to use it more.